What's up, everyone? It's your host, Joanne.
And Giselle.
Just two sisters on a podcast, here to discuss any and everything.
Welcome back to your morning cup of
Joe
and Jiz. Let's get into it.
Okay.
So last week we talked about Love is Blind, season 3. Yes. And as this past week, basically, this
was the finale
of the season 4. Yeah. So we're going to get into that today.
Because we're both all caught up.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen all the buzz on
social media, on everything. Yeah, all the drama.
We'll give our thoughts and opinions on it.
Yes. Yeah. So let's just get into couple by couple.
Yeah.
Type deal. Okay. So let's just start with, the good couple, like, oh, they're good type.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tiffany and Brett.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like they're the next. I don't want to compare couples, but I feel like they're the next. I know you haven't watched season 1 and 2.
No, not yet.
But in season 1, there's Lauren and Cameron.
Is that the goals couple that you're talking about? Okay.
Since season 1, and they're still together.
Yeah.
There's another one from season 1 that are still together, but they're not my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I feel like Lauren and Cameron are, like, the world's favorite.
Okay.
Or the people who do watch it, like, that's their favorite.
Yeah.
I feel like since season 1, there hasn't been another couple like them until Tiffany and Brett.
Okay, so it's like the same, like, genuine love for each other.
Like,
okay.
I feel like I was like kind of rewatching season 1, and I was like, oh shoot, I didn't realize it was like that soon.
Yeah.
But I think it was like by the second or third date, they were already said like I love you.
Oh.
And they were like pretty much done with everybody else. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I feel like Tiffany, we haven't had a couple like them until now with Tiffany and Brett.
Yeah.
So I feel like finally, you know, because I was like, I'm about to like not watch no more, because all these people are just trying to be like famous and not even in it for
the right reason.
Yeah. Or they're casting people that are like fucking like weird. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, Tiffany and Brett.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious during the wedding day, and he like went off about his like pants because that was the only time I seen him not happy or not in
like not keep his cool.
Exactly.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Because he was so cool throughout like the whole thing, and I think that. But I get it. He's very like into style.
Exactly. That's his thing.
That's what he does. So I get it, and I mean, if I like, for me, if I feel like I'm not like dressed, like I'm trying to be like at my best, and that's their wedding.
Wedding, yeah.
So I know I get it, and like in the pictures and stuff. And if you don't feel comfortable in your own like clothes, it's gonna come out in like how you like look to everybody
and
else,
feel, and exactly.
You're not gonna feel like 100%, and you're not gonna feel confident. So you're gonna like, it'll show.
Exactly.
So I get it.
Yeah. But the fact that he like got it done, tailored and everything.
Hey, that lady, she came in
clutch. Oh yeah, she was a real one.
I was like, I hope she's like able to do it, but she came in so clutch. Like, go for you. Good job, lady.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, I love them.
Yes.
I feel like they will make it. I feel like for the show, they need to get people at least 30 and up, because
that's like, it's serious.
Yeah, like, I feel like those are the real people that are really like trying to look for someone to settle down with, because I think they're 35 and 36.
Oh really?
Tiffany and Brett.
Okay.
So like they're not. I mean, that's not old. Yeah. But I mean, for them, they were looking like, that's where their mindset was. Like, I need to find like my soulmate, or like who I'm gonna marry.
Not playing games.
Yeah. And so I feel like when they're casting, there should be like an age limit, because I feel like 23, like maybe I mean, you guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of people, especially if it's like on camera,
exactly,
I don't feel how much genuine that is. So
true.
Yeah, but they're good.
Yes, they're adorable.
Yeah. There's okay, so Kwame and Chelsea.
What's your
thoughts on them?
Yeah, I feel like everyone had the same opinion. Like, Chelsea at first was, like, everyone was like, go Chelsea, like, root for her, and then Kwame was like, what are you doing? Like, just like, oh, there's no love there, it's all fake love, so I don't know. I feel very conflicted with Kwame just because of the whole like Micah situation and how he handled that.
Yeah.
And I just go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, I just got like super like triggered during the whole pool scene, and they were like very on each other type deal. And so that
very disrespectful.
Very.
Yeah.
Yes.
But how do you feel at the reunion when he explained?
Yeah, so the fact that they even made it a year, I was like, wow, okay, I didn't expect that, honestly. Yeah. So I guess the fact that he, or both of them were explaining that, like, behind the scenes or off camera, like, they didn't show, like, the love occurring and, like, building. Yeah. So I could see...
like, the editing of the show, I feel, and then... them kind of being able to explain.
Yes.
It kind of helped me feel a different way.
Exactly. Yeah. Because, like, sometimes maybe, you know, like, he did... like, the way they edited it to where, like, all of his responses were so, like, bland.
And laughing.
And laughing. Like, I think, like, he can't...
Yeah.
No.
I was like, are you serious? Like,
yeah. And
if
then,
you don't like her, just say.
Exactly. Yeah. And I feel like Chelsea wouldn't have, like... stayed if she really felt the like rejection and like all that. So
because then it kind of also like the way the editing was, it kind of made her feel like seem like she was really pushing it on him and like not desperate but kind of like, you're gonna marry me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I feel like after they were able to talk about it and actually show pictures, that it was like, oh, okay, like it wasn't how they try to portray
exactly.
It.
Yeah. So did you feel some type of way about her being very like, I love you, you know?
No, I feel like that's just because she kind of explained it in like during the episodes when she was like, she was never able to express herself in previous relationships or when she did live with somebody that they didn't let her like express herself, and so she never got to like show herself in decorations in the house.
True.
So that when she was actually living by herself, that's why she decorated like that.
Exactly.
Because she was like, I finally get to like show myself and be myself. And so I think she went into the show being herself. Yes. And since it was like not seeing anyone and you're in the pods and you're just talking, I feel like she was able to like finally open up, finally be able to be herself. So I feel like she was just unapologetically herself.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's a strong person.
Yeah.
Very independent.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like the guy she was going to be with was going to have to accept her no matter what and not try to change her.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like that's how she was coming off at, you know? But... feel like, did you think he was gonna say yes?
I thought he was gonna say yes, but I didn't think they were gonna make it. Like, I thought he was gonna say yes because of all the pressure and like everything, and like I feel like he couldn't find a good excuse to say no. So that's why. But yeah, it surprised me that they're still together to this day.
Because I feel like all the little things he was trying to make an issue, like he didn't want to change his jogging
route. He
didn't want to find new people to play soccer with.
Exactly.
You know, and then he has his life in Portland, whatever.
And then
he worked remote. Yeah. But his family didn't live in Portland.
That's true. But the whole, like, they don't approve. Yeah.
And so I was like,
come on, guy. Really?
And then also, like, you went on this show knowing that your mom wasn't gonna approve
of any. You know what I
mean? Yeah. But you went on it anyway because you wanted to find someone to marry.
Exactly.
So it's like, why does it matter now? You know. So I feel like his brother and sister coming and then letting him know, like, dude, like, dad knows, and he's like all for it.
Yeah.
And he's like so proud of you and like is so happy for you.
Yeah.
And then them saying like, the mom, even though she's upset right now, that she still loves him and accepts what he's gonna do. And I feel like them being there and being able to tell him that, I think is what allowed him to say I do.
Yeah, I see.
Because I think he was hesitant. Not the fact that he didn't like love Chelsea or didn't want to. But I feel like in the back of his head, he's still that kid that wants his mom's approval.
Yeah.
So I think that his sister and his brother coming there and then solidifying that the whole family still supports him. I think that's what made him be like, okay, I can do it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I do.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
But I like their relationship. Like, now that I see how it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you guys.
You're cute. Yeah.
There's Bliss and Zach.
Oh, right. Okay. So let's talk about Bliss or Zach and Irina first.
Okay. I didn't like her.
No, yeah, bye. Only thing...
Like, how can you bully people when you were bullied?
Exactly.
Like, you know how it feels like.
Yeah. So why are you doing it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. The only, like, props I give her is the fact that she showed face at the reunion.
Yes.
Knowing that she was going to
get a lot of backlash. Yeah.
So, other than that, like, her apology, her tears, still, I
feel like that was so fake.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't like her.
Exactly.
And I feel like she was being fake in the pods. Like, she wasn't really, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how they even were talking.
Yeah. And then it's like, I feel like with the whole, like, Zach thing, like, it just felt like she wanted to win, knowing that, you know, Bliss was, like, trying to go for Zach too.
For real, though.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like she was, like, pushing for it, and then just to, like, win and then hopefully continue on with the TV show.
Yeah.
And then it, like, irked me too, because all the guys that she was talking to, because I think she was talking to Paul too. Yeah. So, like, they were talking amongst each other before they met them in person, and then they were like, yeah, like, she's so sweet, they're so kind, you know, like,
yeah, that's why I feel like she wasn't genuine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because
I'm like, ooh, the manipulation.
Into the, like, because in the common area she was like a B, and she was just so rude to everybody. And then in the pod she pretended like she was like this girl next door, you know. Like, no, stop.
Yeah, exactly. But a part of me wanted to say that her being friends with Micah, like, initiated it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if Micah wasn't there, then she probably wouldn't have, like, because I feel like she only, like, started, like
they
laughing,
bounced off of each other,
kind of.
Yeah.
But whenever, like, she was I think it was when Jackie was, like, crying, and then, like, Irina was trying to console her, and she was, like, just listening, you know. And then Michael walks in, and then she, like, starts to get up and starts laughing like right away.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's her. Like you said, they bounce off each other. It's just like she just treated Zach so horribly during like Mexico and all that. Just
that's why I was like confused when he picked her over Bliss, because I just feel like him and Bliss connected way more in the pods. Like how, like, their song. Yeah. Like, that was her mom's song for her. And then, like, he had that song in his head already. Yeah. And then how I think when she said, like, she dreamt, like, an owl, and that's, like, her animal. And then he loves owls. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like they just, like, and then the fact that she, like, made him cupcakes for his birthday.
I know. Yeah.
And all that. Like, I feel like they just bonded more and built a stronger bond and relationship. So I was confused
to why Zach
when
chose.
He picked, like, I 100% thought he was gonna go for Bliss already. So I was really confused on that. Yeah. And then I'm really glad, like, she gave him a second chance. Yeah. Because I think they're really good together.
Yeah. Because
they're both, like, nerds.
They're both, exactly.
And Bliss is, like, really pretty. Like, you wouldn't think she was a nerd, but she's, like,
she's like a dork.
Big time nerd.
Exactly. And she, like, finds his nerdiness cute and adorable. Yeah. So. Yeah.
And they're, like, really, really, like, in love. Like, they really, like, love, genuinely, like each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it was so cute when her mom was like, well, when you guys get married, I'll be your mom too.
Yeah. No, so, that was cute. Yeah.
I like them. They're good. I feel like they're good.
Yeah. For a while, though, I was, like, rooting for Bliss to, like, not take Zach back because of the whole, like, no, you didn't choose. You had your chance, you know. Like, I was so for, like, don't do it, Bliss, don't do it. But
I think, because I know one of my friends was like, oh, I'm so mad that said like yes. And I'm like, oh yeah, but I feel like there was at one point I was like, oh, she's doing it just so she could say I don't.
Yeah, I really thought that she was building like, it up then gonna
I was like, oh, that's gonna be her like payback or whatever. But I feel like they both know that they genuinely built a relationship already in the pods and then outside too. Yeah, like I was like 90% sure they were both gonna say I do. I don't want to say 100%. Yeah, they weren't like Tiffany and Brett where I was like, oh, for sure they're gonna say I do. They were more like 90-10. I was like, maybe because I don't know if she's gonna be like, F you. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, exactly. So that was funny.
Yeah, but they're cute.
They are cute. They are.
Who else? Okay, so and then Micah and Paul.
Yes. Okay.
I feel like he should have chose the other girl.
Brenda.
She was like the flight attendant.
Yes. Yeah. Do you think they would have?
I think so. I thought they were more matchy.
Yeah, I get that.
Like I was so confused on Micah too. Like I know they were like talking, but the fact that she was just as involved with Kwame at the time too. Yeah. So I was like, so I really thought he was gonna go for the other one.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot her name, but the flight attendant. Yeah. She showed up at Chelsea's birthday party too.
Did she? Oh, did they talk?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. Yeah, no. She was there. But yeah, I didn't think
that he was going to choose Micah.
No.
Yeah, no.
Like, that was a surprise to me. Yeah. That was kind of weird to me
too. I don't know. I just didn't like Micah, so I was just like, no, don't. Yeah,
and she was like one of the mean girls.
Exactly.
So and then like the fact that outside, like when they all met up, and then the way she like, I feel like she was still trying to get at Kwame.
Yeah. You know? Oh my goodness.
She even said something that even at Chelsea's birthday, she was like went up to him, and then her friends.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, her friends. I feel like okay.
Not really friends. It's that one friend, because the other friend was like, "Oh yeah, I'm for it."
Yeah.
But the blonde one, Shelby,
needs to fix her face.
Yeah.
And no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, really.
But no, I feel like that's the reason why Micah is the way she is, because after the whole
she surrounds herself with.
Yeah, but because like after the whole like not reunion, but did you see the podcast she did with Nick Viall, the same dude?
No, so I need to watch those.
Oh, okay, so after
because I know Marshall did a thing too.
Yeah. So after I watched that one, that's when I was like, okay, she seems not too bad of a person like on the inside. So I do really believe it is the people she surrounds herself with. Yeah, but
because I feel like when she was with Paul, she was somebody totally different.
Exactly. Yeah, like exactly.
She was sweet and all that. And then when she was with around her friends or around Arena, it was like mean girl attitude.
Vibes, yeah.
Because even when she was with her mom, she's like so sweet.
Yeah.
And stuff. So yeah.
I didn't know if it was like at first I thought it was like manipulation, but no, like yeah, exactly.
It's just who she was like around. But yeah, her friend, like, you're a hater, bro.
Yeah, how you gonna say, oh, this is exactly how I want it to go, or something like that? Yeah,
this is exactly what I wanted to happen. Yeah. Like you want your best friend to be crying
and running down. Yeah.
Like that's what you wanted.
Bye.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
I felt a little bit bad
for Micah.
Just a little. At that moment, I knew she was gonna say I do. But the fact that she was like, you go first, she knew he wasn't going to say, I do. And so I feel like she didn't want to look dumb by saying I do first.
I see.
And then him say no.
Yeah.
But Paul's just so logical. He's a scientist. So he was very like analytical at the reunion too. Like the way he explained it. Like I get it. But I did feel just a little bit bad for her because I feel like at the end she genuinely like loved him. Yeah. But now I don't.
Yeah. But you mean like you get it how like the whole like nurturing, the whole mother
like how he explained it at the reunion. Like I can see why he was unsure.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Which I mean I get it.
Okay, so do you want to talk about the reunion now, or are we gonna go through the couples first?
Do we have more couples?
Yeah, Marshall.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll get back to Mike and Paul.
Yeah.
From at the reunion.
Okay.
Marshall and Jackie.
Yes. Ooh. Fuck Jackie. I cannot.
Yeah. She was not ready for a grown relationship.
She needed to get some therapy and learn.
She wanted toxic.
Yes, she is one of those toxic ones.
She was toxic, and she wasn't used to like a real man.
Yeah, and how to communicate and all that.
Yeah.
It was heartbreaking because I did like her in the beginning. Yeah. I was rooting for her. But she
switched it up as soon as they got out of the pod.
As soon as they got to Mexico. Yeah.
She was just like,
I'm
like, why are you crying?
Exactly.
Why are you having a whole breakdown? You're on like a honeymoon. And you over here. I was like, okay, she's crazy.
Yeah.
She's weird.
It's just one of those, the whole breaking down and crying. I felt like she needed an excuse to pick a fight with him because it was always I need my time, but it was, and then later on it was you were never there,
when he was nothing but there.
Exactly.
You kept pushing him away.
Yeah. And then when she did the whole man up, type thing, ooh, hell, I can't. I'm Marshall handled it very well, very maturely, and
I just don't think she was ready for a grown relationship or a grown ass man.
Yeah. But then again, it is on him because he even saw it for himself. In the beginning, he was like, "Yeah, you were a project, and I wanted to fix you essentially." Yeah. But no, you can't.
But I don't think he realized until they got home
how bad it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think he was like, oh, she's crazy. Because his facial expressions, he's like, what?
Exactly. Yeah. At the reunion.
Yeah. That, or even on during the episodes, he's just like, what?
Yeah, what is happening? Yeah, when Josh entered and oh my goodness.
Because Josh was just ranting.
Yeah.
At that birthday party. I don't know.
Just hot mess.
So the reunion.
Yes. Okay.
First of all, it was not a live reunion.
I clicked on at 5:30 and it was loading and then I couldn't go. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap and I'll wake up. Woke up at 9, clicked on it. Still not nothing. Yeah.
I was at home. We were out. So I was on my phone. No. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I thought it was us. I thought it was our Wi-Fi.
No, I couldn't watch until the next day, I think.
Same. Yeah. And I don't know, was it already edited? I don't know if it was already edited.
It was edited.
Oh, already. Okay. Oh, duh, when they put it out, right? Oh, okay. But yeah, stupid, unnecessary.
Yeah, it was not live. I feel like that reunion was bogus.
Yeah, and even if it was live, the whole it's gonna get juicy and all that, no, the host needs to change
I don't know.
Up.
They're very. I feel like if you're a host, you can't be biased. You can't choose sides.
Exactly.
And I feel like Vanessa was always choosing the girl's side.
Yes.
You can't, you're a host. You're not in it. You have to be you can't pick a side.
Play devil's advocate. Yeah.
So I feel like she was just she was on 10 the whole reunion. Bring it down. Okay, because you bring it down. I feel like the way she was going out at Paul was unnecessary. I feel like he already explained himself.
Very clearly.
And then she was like, well, I'm still confused. Are you confused, Micah?
I'm sorry that you can't understand. It's just, oh my goodness.
And Micah's like, yes, I'm confused. No, you're not. Because you broke up with him after he left Arizona. So you're not confused.
Yes.
You're just agreeing with Vanessa because she's taking your side.
Exactly.
But yeah, no. But the way she was coming at Paul, it was kind of
excuse
bring
me.
It down. He explained himself thoroughly.
Yes.
And you still don't get it, but it's not for you to get.
Yeah, exactly.
That was their relationship.
Exactly.
So it's okay, if you don't get why. he didn't pick her because he just didn't feel like she was genuine enough to become a mother later on. If he chose to have kids, he wasn't even sure if he wanted to have kids, you know? And I could see how I was saying earlier, like, I could see why he would say she's not, like, nurturing type. I mean, look how she was acting.
Yeah.
In the pods with the other girls.
Yep. Yeah.
Or even with her friends, and how she didn't like stand up for him.
Exactly.
Or take his side, you know? Like,
yeah.
I think he was like watching everything and then like analyzing everything. And it was like, okay, well, if she's not going to
do this for me,
stand up for me now, like, you know, so that's why I say, like, I get it.
Yeah.
The way when he finally was able to explain himself and explain like his thought process on all of it, I was like, I got you. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like Zach was very protective of Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
he was,
because I know they're friends.
Yeah.
But I feel like Zach is very protective of Paul because they all go through this experience together. So they all know what's going on that we don't know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I feel like Paul also was like trying to like not put Micah in a bad light. Like, everything he was trying to say was in a nice way.
Yes.
But the way, like, they just kept badgering him, I think that's when Zach was, like, whispering to him, like, let it out. Like, let it all out.
Tell him.
Yeah, because they're just fucking badgering you.
Yeah.
But I think Paul's just such a nice guy that he, like, I don't think he, like, wanted it to go down like that.
Exactly.
So I think as much as he kept trying to explain himself, and I was like, why? If they don't get it, they don't get it. Like, we get it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, ooh,
Vanessa's
Vanessa needs to. Did you feel like Zach, like, what he did, like, and how he, like, told off Micah and Irina and all that? Do you think that was, like, too much?
No.
Yeah, because
I feel like they needed to hear that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like what we saw was, like, how he was saying, like, what we saw was only, like, 10% of what they all went through with them. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't see or feel everything that they did.
Exactly.
And it's like how, I guess, remember how he was saying, like, she texted him, like, after they left Mexico, and then texted Bliss, like, oh, you dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
And then she tried to backtrack.
Yeah.
She couldn't even speak. Like, she was going around in circles. And she didn't even fully explain herself.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like if Vanessa wants to be confused about what Irina's trying to say. Like, I did not understand what she was trying to get out because she couldn't even talk. So I feel like she should have rehearsed what she was going to say because she didn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, it was good that Zach was like, you know, like putting all the receipts out, like telling everything.
Yeah.
Like, he was ready to bring it. Yeah.
And I feel like, and then Bliss is like so classy. She's just like, fix yourself.
Yeah.
Because I'm over it. I'm not going to talk about it no more, but you need to go fix yourself.
Yeah, basically. You need to grow up. Yes.
But the way, like, she was just so classy about it. And I feel like they genuinely have each other's back, like her and Zach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was funny how he was like trying to plug in his Instagram though.
I know.
Honestly,
I know.
Was like, are we supposed to follow?
Yeah. And then I feel like they kind of went in on like, they spent so much time on Kwame and Chelsea. I feel like it was a whole like half hour. I feel like just on them, and it's like, okay, they're fine. They're together. It's been a year. Like, relax. Like, I feel like they took a lot of time on them, which wasn't necessary.
Like, they just needed to get into the whole like pool conversation,
that,
and then move on. So.
But I'm glad though that they did put out, like, Kwame did say, like, this is not a fake relationship. It was pretty much just all editing. So I mean, and I like how he was like, what you guys don't get to see is like how when they're not on camera that they had all these dates that they had, you know what I mean? Like,
that they were able to like grow the love.
So I'm glad that they were able to explain that so that people can be like, stop being like,
he doesn't love her. Yeah. And I mean, their apartment was so nice. I wish
they have like 360 view,
almost whole panoramic view. I was like, wow,
I want that apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a good view.
Oh yeah, so no, they're it seems like they're on a good one.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Marshall and Jackie.
Yeah.
Okay. So
even I feel like Vanessa tried to take Jackie's side.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, you're supposed to go in on her.
Yes. Like, didn't you see?
Why you didn't ask all the questions that everybody wants to know?
Yeah. Obviously, she was online. She knew what people were asking and everything and all the drama. So why?
She didn't touch on anything.
Nothing.
She let them do the talking, and I feel like she let them lead the interview. And she was just like, what? Oh, you guys are cute.
When's the baby coming?
Stop. Like, you're a host.
Oh, my goodness.
Be a host.
Yeah, ask
do
questions.
The interview.
Something. Yeah, that, like, it was pointless. It was pointless.
Yeah, that little Zoom.
Yeah. Like,
and they're bogus for not showing up to the reunion.
No. Like, all that talk prior to the reunion, all the talk on Instagram and all that.
And then you don't show up.
Oh, my goodness.
Girl, bye.
And then the whole, like, rumor about how, like, she was saying it was because they were getting like death threats or whatever.
Nobody threatening you.
And then like people were saying it's like her friend who made it a fake account and like did
probably,
it.
I wouldn't put it past anybody at this point.
Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, but like that was such a point. Like, you're supposed to be a host and do these interviews and ask the hard questions, and you didn't do none of that.
Yeah, no.
Instead, like, I don't know. I feel like she just let them put it back all on Marshall. And I feel like Marshall took accountability for his side. And it's like she didn't make the other two take their accountability.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Just like, oh,
and because even like, and then she was kind of like trying to throw shade at Marshall. And she was like, oh, since you don't remember the video.
Yeah.
Let me remind you what they said.
Like, excuse me, if they were here, first of all, then we can talk all about it.
Like, you don't call them, like, bring your 10 down to a 1.
Yes.
Yeah, she was doing too much. And like the most inappropriate, I feel, is how much pressure she was putting on all of them to have a baby.
We were just talking about that. Like
stop. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't know people's situation.
Yeah. And what if they don't want kids?
Yeah. Or what if they can't have kids?
Like how Paul said he didn't want to have kids. But you're over here, I want the Love is Blind baby. You got one. Bartiz got one.
Yeah, go ahead with your fucking shout out. Go ahead.
But like just putting the pressure on them, like, oh, when are you guys gonna have kids and blah 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 blah. Like, stop.
You need to stop. Yes.
Don't do that. Like, you don't know. What if they don't want anyone to know? Like, what if one of them is pregnant and they don't want anyone to know?
Exactly.
You go have a baby then.
Bye. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, she's doing too much. I feel like after that reunion is everybody was like, you gotta go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No more. Yep.
Because they need people that are gonna be like
in it. Yeah. Because that was
ask the question.
Yeah. People were like more confused afterwards.
Oh yeah.
More pissed off.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like she let everyone lead the interview than her asking. And then when she did, it was like she was choosing sides. When she did actually like ask questions or anything.
Yeah Hot mess. All of them. But apparently there's like with the more new like updated news on on TikTok that about the Love is Blind thing, apparently there's like new drama or like new things that had come out about Marshall. I don't know specific, but to the point where like it'll like probably hinder his like image. And then people were saying like that's the reason why Vanessa was like team girls, because of how he is like in real life type deal. I haven't gotten really into it. Like I haven't searched
seen anything.
Oh yeah, but apparently like something came out about him, and then like apparently Vanessa's been known that about him, and that's why she was like, oh, I don't like him.
Oh,
yeah. So I don't know.
I do my search.
Yeah.
On TikTok.
Yeah. But if that's the case, who knows? But still, like Marshall, like he's a good guy. Like
I feel like all the guys had good stuff to say about him. Because even Josh.
Yeah, they had like a bond in the pod.
And I think I saw somewhere like that's why Marshall was confused because he was talking like I think that he was saying that other than Brett, him and Josh were super tight.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he was like Jackie or nothing. Like Josh was saying that, and that's I think Marshall was like, I've been talking to you about this girl, and then since when are you like Jackie or nothing? So I feel like but I feel like all the other guys, including Josh, had nothing bad to say about Marshall.
Exactly, other than like the whole like, oh, he's like emotional or he is sensitive, but that's not an issue. So
but I do have to watch the podcast
of Micah
and Marshall.
Oh, you haven't watched the Marshall one?
Clips.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen like actually like sat down and like listened to it. I just saw like a couple clips on social media. Okay. So I do need to watch those too.
Yeah, because he really gets into like the timeline about the whole like coffee shop and dress and like Josh coming in, like because it's all a confusion. So he's like, no, this is what happened type deal.
And I don't think he ever tried to portray it. I think she's the one that put that timeline on herself when she was like, we were already broken up and I wasn't cheating. And blah, blah, blah. I think she put that narrative out there. Like, I don't think he ever.
So he never said anything.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're supposed to say anything, first of all.
Yeah. So I think everyone's like, F that NDA.
Yeah. But usually what? Don't you get sued for that? Or
you can.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Maybe that's why I shouldn't show up.
Maybe. Who knows?
Anything else about the show you want to talk about?
I feel for me, I just feel like if it's a genuine show, I feel like they should really cast it correctly.
Yeah. Because apparently there were other couples that did get engaged and got married, but they weren't shown. Yeah.
I feel like of course it is TV, so they have to put the people that they know are gonna, catch people's attention.
True.
But I feel like on every season, there's more couples than are shown.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think the only season, I think I was reading that season 3 only had the 5. So they followed all 5.
Okay.
But I think in season 1, they said there were 8 couples and they only followed 6. And then in season 2, I think they said there was 6 couples and they only followed 4 or something like that. So I feel I think it just depends on the drama they bring.
True.
Because, it's TV. So they have to make it attractive to the audience.
True.
So I get it.
I'm waiting for an Asian girl, honestly.
There was one.
When?
Oh, see, you have to watch it.
Oh.
Season 2.
They didn't make it, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, no. She's kind of annoying.
Is she? Oh.
Yeah. I was like, oh gosh. You get an Asian in
Oh my goodness. So let's talk about the red flags and relationships. Just bouncing off of the relationships in season 4. What are the red flags that people should be looking out for when in a relationship? So for first, the whole Jackie, it's she kept trying to cause a fight and trying to cause drama, no matter what he did, it was always
not good enough.
Yeah. So right there,
I think that's a red flag.
Big red flag. Yeah.
Even I feel gaslighting.
Oh yeah,
that's
for sure.
Red flag. I feel if they're controlling, kind of control what you wear, how do you do your hair, how you do makeup, or how do you both ways. I feel that's a red flag.
So what's the fine line between controlling what I wear and I prefer this style, or you should, or is that gaslighting?
I feel that could be manipulation too.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not trying to tell you what to wear, but I like this.
Yeah, but how do you know? You know what I mean?
I feel if it's always an issue, maybe.
I see. Yeah, and if they make you feel bad about it.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, you want me to wear something like that, then buy it for me.
Yeah.
But I'm going, like, this is what I like to wear.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
if you want me to wear that, then go get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I feel like if it's always brought up, like, then do you like me or no?
Right? That or yeah, exactly. No, I can't.
Because go find somebody that's gonna do that.
That's gonna let you dress them because yeah. Oh heck no.
Yeah. Oh, like not being like so indecisive. Oh, I don't think that's a red flag. I think that's kind of just like, what do you want to do? You know? Because like Kwame, I felt like was so undecisive and indecisive. But I don't feel like that's a red flag. I feel like that's just something you got to work on for yourself.
Oh, like what do you want personally?
Yeah.
Yourself. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I don't think that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Anymore. It's more so you need to work on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you believe that everyone should go through the whole like find yourself stage or single
for sure.
and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you don't know yourself, how are you going to show like your true genuine self to somebody else?
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then I feel like if you don't know yourself when you get into a relationship, it's like you're just going to mold yourself into the person that they want you to be. And it's not you. You know what I mean? You're just going to try to please your partner, and then knowing that that's not what, like, how you truly feel or how, like, it ain't you. So I feel like, yeah, you definitely have to, I feel like find yourself, know yourself, love yourself. I feel like you need to love yourself first and be happy with yourself and your independence before trying to commit to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you're unhappy, your relationship's not going to be happy.
They can't.
You're going to bring that. They're not going to be able to make you happy until you're happy with yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's really unfair to like this, and this is what I've learned throughout my relationship with Neil. Because just side note, like I asked that question, the whole like finding yourself, because I haven't gone through that phase. I've always been in a relationship or like dating someone or, something like that. So that's what always like scared me before getting married was like, like, do I need that time, time for myself or whatever. So for the longest time I was banking on him joining the Navy. So that time away, that's my time to find myself, but still be together in a sense, So for the longest time, that was like my biggest worry. But he made it very easy to just be comfortable, like kind of right away. But he was very adamant about like, no, like be comfortable around me, like like be yourself. Like he was always pushing for that.
Yeah.
So it just like made me come out of my shell.
Yeah.
And like whatever. But
see, I feel like that's kind of different because it's not like you didn't know yourself.
True, but the whole like if you don't know yourself, you'll just mold into what I mean. So I can see that because every relationship I had, I was turning into them in a sense, like picking up their habits, their jargon or whatever. And same thing with Neil, like at this moment in our lives, we're like identical twins, people see us and they're like, you guys are whatever. Yeah. So it's a good thing that he's an amazing guy. Yeah. So like if I did mold into him, I molded into like a great guy. But, like thankfully he's a good guy, but yeah, that was like my biggest worry before getting married. Like, oh, should I have like the whole like me time? Like, is that important? Like, and I truly believe it is because it's really unfair. Okay, this is where I was going because I had to learn in the beginning of our relationship that it is really unfair to depend on your partner to be the source of your happiness.
Oh,
yeah, because they don't, they can't.
Yeah, they can only do so much.
They can't. You can't put all that burden on them.
Yeah. Because they can only do so much until you're like, I'm not happy.
Exactly.
But then it's like, why you're not happy?
Mm-hmm.
It's not because of him or her. It's because you don't know what you really want
deep down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why I'm a big like advocate about like, you know, everyone should be in therapy at least a little, you know, something
or have someone to talk to.
Yeah, exactly. I've always wanted to try couples therapy, just to like, it's not that we have any issues, but just, you know, for like maintenance to see if everything's fine, we're on the right track, you know. But I don't know how he feels about it. I've never brought it up. I've brought up therapy for myself, and he was like, "What? Are you depressed?" I was like, "No, it's just I got issues."
I feel like everyone should go. Like, just do a mental health check.
Yeah. It's like you have to go for a checkup for your card, you know.
I know a lot of jobs now, if like they offer, like it's just like, I forget what they call it, but it's like they give you like so many sessions, but you can go and just, they have people you could talk to. I don't know if they're like psychiatrists or but I think maybe like therapists that you could just talk to.
Okay.
And I know, so I know at my last job they offered it. I think at this job too they offer it, like, and like your company doesn't know. It's on you, like, for you to make your appointment or whatever. So so I'm glad that there are jobs that offer that.
Yeah,
because it's good to like check out
mental health. Oh, for sure. Yeah. So like, looking back on like any of your past relationships, are there any I guess toxic traits or red flags that you want to tell people ahead of time, like, don't do this, or, you know, be aware of this?
I guess just from past ones, I feel like I would always put my all, and like before it was anything even like serious.
Okay.
You know, don't do wife duties
if you ain't a wife. I was just about to say that.
Or don't do any husband duties if you ain't a husband.
Yes.
Or at least if you're not like in a long-term relationship with that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like in the past, just because that's how the type of person I am.
You have a lot of love to give.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like I genuinely care about everybody that I interact with, you know what I mean? Like friends, family, you know what I mean? I like genuinely care, and I genuinely always want to be like helpful and all that stuff. So I think that was my downfall in the past. Like, I would do wife duties, and I ain't like I don't even know if we're boyfriend girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Okay, like
so it's kind of like, don't do it.
Yes. And also, like, I've heard, or like all the advice that like my dad has given me, like as a kid, which is weird because I was a kid, but he would always give me like, you know, boy advice. So one of the things that he said that still sticks with me till this day is, don't expect more than what he first gives you in the beginning. So like, let's say he's like giving you flowers or taking you out on dates or whatever throughout the relationship, don't expect more than that, because that, you know, in the beginning, the chase, that's the most they're giving you, you know. So
but don't expect less.
Not expect, but don't like, you deserve more.
Or
you know what I mean? Yeah. Don't set your bar that low.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so that was like the one thing that I was like, okay, like, don't expect like the moon, you know what
every
I mean?
day.
Exactly. Yeah. So like when he does happen to do things like that, then it's like, oh, okay. Instead of like, oh, now you want to do it, you know? Yeah. So
okay. So then what, there's like, what is it called? The acts of love.
Oh, yes. Your love language. Yes.
Okay. So let me look that up real quick, because I think there's 5.
There's quality time, physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation,
receiving gifts,
and gift giving. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think your love language is?
Okay.
Is there a test to this?
There is a test. I've taken it. I've really gotten into this at one point, but apparently you can have multiple, right, in one. but you like lean more towards a specific one or a specific two.
So I'm gonna have to take this test.
Yeah, but you can also like kind of like figure out what it is.
I feel like I know what mine is.
Yeah, but there's also like it's different from the way you show love and a way you receive love.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so it could be two different languages.
Because if you know your partner's love language, then that's what you're gonna give.
Yes.
Right?
Well, no, just naturally though.
Naturally, okay.
Yeah, but ideally, yes, you would want to aim for your partners.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So, for example, for me, naturally, my giving love is gifts and acts of service. Like usually, those are my big ones. And receiving, my main one is acts of service, and the other one is like words of affirmation.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, like receiving a gift, I've obviously I'll appreciate anything. Yeah. But like I don't care for like gifts.
I'm not good at receiving gifts.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's awkward.
Yes.
Like I know like when you guys ask me on my birthday, like it's hard for me to give you guys a list. Because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like don't get me wrong, I'm so appreciative.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I love the gifts you guys get me, but I'm just like, you didn't have to get it.
Yeah. But for me, it's like that's how I want to show you love. You know, I want to get whatever you want. You know, yeah. But I am the same way with receiving. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want anything. Don't get me anything. Yeah.
That's why I'm always like, you don't have to get me. Like I'm fine. Like I don't need it. Yeah. I feel like for me, it's quality time.
Okay.
Like I have to take
receiving
the test.
Or giving.
Receiving.
Okay.
I feel like just for knowing myself.
Yes.
I haven't taken the test yet, but I think I will. But for me, I feel like it's quality time and physical touch.
Okay.
Like, hold my hand.
Yeah.
Give me a hug. That and quality time.
Okay.
Like, spend time with me. Like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's quality time, physical touch, and then words of affirmation. Actually, no. It's probably quality time, physical touch. I want to change it.
You want to change it?
I think quality time is first, but and then acts of service
is second.
Yeah, and then physical touch, and then words of affirmation, and then receiving gifts.
Yeah,
I'm not a great gift receiver.
Yeah.
Like when Ryan gets me gifts, I like wait to open it, and he wants me to like open it right away.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't need it. Like,
that's
not what's gonna, like I thank you, but it's like I don't like. I'm not really good at receiving gifts.
Yeah. But
yeah,
I get that.
I would rather like spend time with me, let's all spend time as a family, and then acts of service. I feel like if you see like dishes and you do it,
yes, yeah,
or you
like
vacuum,
fill up my
laundry,
tank, wash my car for me, make me a cup of coffee, those things. Oh my god, I will love you.
So I feel like first is quality time, and then acts of service. I feel like those are probably my both like up there.
Yeah, receiving. So what about giving?
I feel like
what's the main thing you like? Your instinctive.
I think giving gifts,
right? Yeah. Like you want to get a sentimental attention. Yeah, you know what they like and you know what they need or whatever. And I really like to get sentimental with my gifts. And
I feel like for me anyways, I feel like I pay attention. Like I'm detail oriented and I listen to like what everybody's saying. So I feel like you could mention something and then that's going to stick to me.
Yes.
And then if I see, I'm like, oh,
they wanted this.
Like, oh, you know what I mean? So I feel like my number one is giving.
Gift giving. Yeah.
And
What
it's always been put in my head, like when we were little, because of my last name. And in Spanish, it means to give.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like, it's always been in my head, like, like giving, like even like to the poor, you know what I mean? Like it's always been put in my head, like give, like it's better to give than receive. Yeah. So I feel like that's been put in my head since I was young too. Yeah. So I feel like that. And then I just pay like attention to a lot of things, like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah. And then same for me, like the whole gift giving and then acts of service. But I feel like that comes with I do this because I would want that in return.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You want it reciprocated.
Exactly. So I feel like a part of it is that reason. So what is your partner's love language?
Oh,
you don't know?
I don't know. I think his is probably receiving gifts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like he really gets all giddy.
Yeah. And I feel like that, and I feel like words of affirmation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think those are. I'm gonna have him take the test too, but I want to say just by like knowing, I think it's receiving gifts and words of affirmation.
Yeah.
But we don't see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has Neil taken it?
No, but I know.
Oh, okay.
I know he's very obvious.
And then I think his is giving
gifts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just like stuff he'll get me, but I'm like, I don't. It's okay.
Yeah,
like,
I
fine.
see.
Yeah.
And it could be because of the whole like reciprocal.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm gonna have him take this though.
Yeah, do it.
Maybe take it.
Maybe. I think. Oh yeah. Let me give my guess now, and then we'll see.
Well, that's my guess then.
Yeah, I think for Neil, number one is who it's a tie between either physical touch or quality time. He's a big like.
Let's spend time together.
Like sit with me, or like he's the one like cuddling me, and I'm always like, you know. Yeah. So I feel like it's a tie between those two for sure.
So let's do it this week, and then we can discuss
if we make them, or if we can get them.
I'm just be like, answer this question.
Yeah. So what if?
So what if? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we'll try to get that. Whenever we get that done, we'll just talk about it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But no, it is very important to like know your partner's love language and
know yourself, like your own.
Yes.
Love language.
For sure. Yeah. But really know your partners so you know how to like show them love, and then you know that they're receiving it correctly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Instead of like, I've been doing all these things, and they're like, but I don't feel loved. Yeah. So to avoid all that, love language, it's very key.
Yeah. If you guys want to I guess with any opinions on this last season of Love is Blind, let us know,
please,
so we could talk about it some more, because or even if you want to talk about the host.
The ex-host,
she gotta go.
Ex.
Or your thoughts on like how she was going in on everybody and how hard she was pushing on the pregnancy baby talk stuff. You know,
jeez, yeah,
very triggering. I feel for a lot of people, so I feel like that's why, like the next day was like, get rid of them. But
all right, guys, thank you so much again for tuning in to this week's episode.
Yes.
Of Morning Cup of
Joe
and Jiz.
Sorry, my back was itchy.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. If
follow
you can
us on YouTube.
Yes, if you can rate us on like 5-star on like Spotify and all those things, that'd be great.
Please.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next time.
Next week. Bye.